Hello again. One of the things which always delights me is the obvious partiality of the mainstream news media when it comes to reporting events which primarily involve white people or black. News reports yesterday of the Children's Day or Family Festival of the Notting Hill Carnival invariably described the event as largely peaceful. 3 people were stabbed, including a young woman who is fighting for her life. 15 police officers were assaulted and 90 people arrested at a family festival. It really is a measure of how our society has changed beyond all recognition that we are able to listen to the television news describing such things as peaceful without bursting into laughter. Think back a few years and try to imagine news of a family festival where 3 people were stabbed and 15 police officers assaulted, and the announcer then assuring us that this was a largely peaceful affair. Something has changed. During the recent disorder on the streets of English towns, was anybody seriously injured? Were there any stabbings? No? How is it possible that 3 people can be stabbed and yet this passes as a peaceful event? Are we really so hardened that we now take a young woman being knifed and who now lies at the point of death as just one of those things which happens during peaceful family fun days? Do we see this kind of thing at Glyndebourne or the last night of the proms? Has anybody ever been stabbed at Glyndebourne or the last night of the proms? No? Why not? Are police officers assaulted at those events? No? Why not? Still, it might be argued that is not a fair comparison. What about a large concert like, say, I don't know, Glastonbury? I bet we see some savage violence there. In the description to this video I give a link to a local newspaper which reports on this year's Glastonbury festival held a matter of weeks ago, to which many people take their children. There was no violence, and over the 6 days a total of just 30 arrests. No police officers were assaulted. That averages out 5 arrests a day during an event which involved over 200,000 people. That means that the arrest rate at yesterday's Children's Day was running at almost 20 times the rate as at Glastonbury Festival. Why should this be? Of course, it may be due to the institutional racism of the Metropolitan Police, and they may have been picking on the folk at Notting Hill without good cause. Incidentally, I hope that the people arrested yesterday are going to be fast-tracked through the judicial system and that they will appear in court within a day or two and be sent to prison for 2 or 3 years if they have assaulted police officers. I do hope that we will see the same treatment meted out to them as we saw for those at the recent riots. I hope too that the police will be releasing the names of the streets where those convicted are living, just as Merseyside police did with those convicted of offences during the disturbances in their area. I look forward too to the Metropolitan Police making music videos showing the arrests and releasing them on Twitter, as Merseyside police did when they arrested a white man on an aeroplane. I'm sure that we shall all be on the lookout for this kind of thing in the coming days. And we haven't even seen the proper carnival kick off, as it's due to do today. So I dare say I shall be giving an update on it either this evening or tomorrow morning.